There are thousands of sites and blogs advising Muslims, hundreds of YouTube videos, each of them telling you why you need to develop, what you need to do, and when you need to do it. Detach from dunya. Have trust in Allah. Be generous and charitable. Be fearless. Be responsible. Be disciplined. Manage your time properly. Do da'wah. But never really how to do any of these things. You'll read and learn about systems for time management, but that doesn't solve procrastination. You'll read and you'll learn about forgiveness, but you'll still hold on to those negative feelings. You'll read and you'll learn about tawakkul, but you'll still fret about your career, your paycheck. Instead, you want to be truly free of your attachment to money, whilst acquiring more of it if you choose. You want to be humble yet confident, to love yourself the right way, the Islamic way. In fact, not loving yourself is un-Islamic. How to overcome your self-nagging and worry, how to have dunya in your hands and not in your heart, how to overcome your addictions and your cravings, and be free of what other people think of you. And all of that is just the beginning. It's all about how. Introducing the iPE Personal Enrichment Program. So, how does it work? Well, it tackles the root causes. It doesn't just talk about them, it actually tackles them. Through the program, we'll be tackling your three primary desires. These desires create and generate your emotions, which create and generate your thoughts. All you'll find in terms of lectures and talks, Islamic lectures and Islamic talks, is that they focus on what you're thinking and what you should be thinking. Now, thoughts are not the root causes, they're just the symptoms, because they're created by your feelings, which are created by your desires. And to make matters worse, a rusty heart filled with desires will not heed what is said or what is thought. Other people take a different approach and they focus on the emotions. They'll suppress your desires using the emotion of guilt. The desires fight back, and so you need more guilt in order to push them down. But the problem is that each time you push them down, they come back with a vengeance. And unfortunately, there comes a time when you can't handle the amount of guilt that is needed to suppress those emotions. Then you're in trouble. iPE Personal Enrichment is the only program of its kind. It's practical tazkiyah. It's both subtractive, which means purification, as well as additive, which means that we enrich. And it tackles all of you, your desires, your feelings, and your thoughts. Through a monthly coaching structure, you learn the concept. Then you download the MP3 and, if applicable, the worksheet. And then you go ahead and do your tazkiyah. You can do it on the bus or while you drive. It's an MP3 download, so just listen and pay attention. That's it. Tazkiyah is easy and it's practical. No hibernating alone in a cave and zero guilt trips. If you're a community leader, a teacher, a parent, a da'iyah, or even just an older sibling, you'll only truly influence if, firstly, you're sincere, but secondly, you'll need to shed your own baggage. Otherwise, you'll burn out if you continue exerting effort with all of the resistance and baggage that you have to carry with you. Let me describe to you some of what the iPE Personal Enrichment Program will tackle, but be warned, you might be so used to these that as I mention them, you might defend some of them. Apathy. Do you get feelings such as defeated, negative, numb, overwhelmed? Thoughts such that you think, I can't, or I don't can. It doesn't matter, I'm doomed. Is your behaviour sometimes acting lazy, careless, passive, or indecisive? Grief. Do you get feelings such as abandoned, betrayed, ignored, rejected, tortured, wounded? Thoughts such as, do it for me. There's no way out. It's too late. Why bother? Is your behaviour sometimes acting helpless, attention seeking, dramatizing, being needy? Fear. Do you get feelings such as anxiousness, being engulfed, exposed, dread, tense, stress? Thoughts such as, get them before they get me. I'm not enough. It's not safe. What if I fail? Is your behaviour sometimes agitated, nervous, mistrustful, paranoid, shy, wishy-washy? Lust. Do you get feelings such as anticipation, craving, envious, hunger, jealous, longing, wanting? Do you get thoughts such as, do it my way, I have to, I need you, not satisfied, me? Is your behavior sometimes uncooperative, manic, manipulative, obsessive? Anger. Do you get feelings such as being annoyed, disgusted, hateful, jealous, malicious, smouldering, vengeful? Do you get thoughts such as get lost or I'll kill you? Is your behavior sometimes abrupt, aggressive, pushy, rebellious, or rude? Pride. Do you get feelings such as above it all, aloof, conceited, cool, icy, and righteous? Thoughts such as how dare you? I'm better than you. It's your fault. It's not my fault. You need me to get it done. Is your behavior sometimes arrogant or bigoted, distant, patronizing, snobbish, spoilt, or opinionated? All of these feelings are limiting, and almost everyone gets these feelings and gets these states, but no one or hardly anyone knows what to do about it. As a result, people either ignore their feelings, or they act upon their feelings, or they feel guilty for having the feeling. All three of these things are totally ineffective. So, why am I doing all of this? I want to help as many people as possible. And for each person that I'm able to help, then inshallah, I get rewarded for that. Each limitation that is lifted, inshallah, I get rewarded for that. But this course requires an investment. And here's why. Firstly, you need to invest in something for you to reap the most benefit. Investment equals commitment. The second reason is that we need to maintain the quality and to cover the technical costs associated with running a program like this. And the third reason is that investment is a seriousness filter. Those that aren't serious get filtered out, meaning that the community that we build is filled with people that are serious, that are like-minded. So, what kind of investments exist? Well, there exists money and time or effort. And there will be 3 packages to cater for all levels of commitment. But commitment is a minimum. And there will be an opportunity to move up a package by investing time for those that can't afford to invest the money. It's not about the money, it's about the commitment. Not to mention the bonuses. So, how much is this investment? Well, the starting package is cheaper than most people's phone bill. Oh, and the starting package is crammed with value. It's not some lame excuse for a starting package. So decide, is your development worth more to you than your phone contract? And there's no minimum length of contract. You can cancel whenever you want. There is one caveat. To maintain the program's quality, spaces will be limited, so the doors for subscription will close once again when we hit full capacity. You know that feeling of sadistic guilt? That's not Tazkiyah. Tazkiyah is practical, it's easy, and it feels good. And the more Tazkiyah you do, the lighter and more free you feel. It's the exact opposite of what's currently being taught in most places. So click through to the program and learn more.